for taking the time to meet with me today. Would you please hold this while we talk? It's a tool that we use in our business.
Sure,
We have a thing that we call Silly Putty tickets. You remember Silly Putty, right?
absolutely.
Then you remember that you can shape it, stretch it, and mold it. Well, we can shape and mold our tickets to your specific needs and help you increase sales. For instance, how many local salespeople do you have?
We currently have 5 local salespeople.
Great, and how many key accounts does each salesperson have?
Each of our salespeople have 3 accounts.
And what size would you consider to be an important account?
We consider $25,000 to be an important account.
Now, how important is new business to your salespeople?
New business is vital for our industry.
Of course. And do you have a plan that is designed to get new business every month?
We do have a plan, however, we tend to stray away from it at times.
I can understand that. It's always tough to get salespeople to focus on new business, but by using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new business and you can keep track. Now, that wouldn't be too hard, would it?
No, I don't think so.
Most of my clients have told me the key to building business from new prospects is for the salesperson to develop a good relationship with them, usually through constant contact. A lot of times, to build that relationship, salespeople will use an out of the office activity like golf or lunches. Some of my clients have told me their problem with golf is that some people just may not be good golfers and it's almost more embarrassing to play than to not. And it's pretty expensive. And as far as lunch goes, when was the last time you had a memorable chicken sandwich?
I couldn't even tell you.
Exactly what I thought. However, by using our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to build these relationships and focus on new business, and you can keep track of the process. Here's how it works. The salesperson calls a prospect who he has been working on for a little while. He says, "How about joining me for the Thunder game next weekend? I've got the president's seats." This is not a situation of the salesperson just giving away the seats. It's the salesperson inviting the prospect to go with him. Now, the salesperson has the chance to do some real out of the office bonding. Remember, he wants to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving the tickets away doesn't help build that relationship. How effective do you think 2 to 3 hours at one of our Thunder games would be for building a relationship?
That could be extremely beneficial.
You're exactly right. Look at how one of my clients, Mr. Brown from Chesapeake Energy, has enjoyed success with our tickets. What could be even better when taking a prospect to a game is if you, as the president, or maybe your sales manager, could go also. Now, would you be willing to do that occasionally for the right account?
I absolutely would for the right account.
And would it be asking too much of your salespeople to spend just one evening a month with a key prospect at one of our games?
I don't think so. We want our salespeople to meet out of the office every once in a while.
Great. Our season is about 6 months long. If each one of your salespeople took just one key prospect a month to one of our games, each salesperson would bring 6 new prospects a season. Now, of those 6 prospects, how many do you think would end up as customers?
If we could get 1 or 2 of them, that would be great.
So, for example, let's say you get one of them. If each salesperson converted just one prospect to become a new customer, that would be $25,000 for each salesperson. With 5 salespeople, that would be $125,000 in new business. Do you see how I arrived at this number?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Would it be asking too much to have your salespeople also spend just one evening with an existing client as well as one evening with a prospect?
I don't think so at all.
To give each salesperson one game a month to take out a prospect, you would need 5 games a month. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You would need a similar amount of games per month for your salespeople to take existing clients out to the games. You would also need 5 games per month. You need a total of 10 games per month. Now let's talk about which type of ticket would work best for you. Based on what you've told me, here's what I would suggest you do. Our best seating area is the club level. With club seats, here's what you get. You will get parking passes right next to the stadium with minimal walking required, and food will be served upon arrival in your seats, that I personally believe are the best in the house and provide the best view of the game. So, the cost to have a planned, controlled new business effort is really quite nominal for the return. For each one of your salespeople to take just one key prospect once a month and one current client a month, you would need 10 games per month or 60 games for the season. The return on investment is substantial. If each salesperson brought in only one piece of new business because of this focus on new business, your sales would increase by $125,000. Because you need 60 games, I recommend 4 full season tickets. That would leave 22 games for your employees or more customers. Your cost for 4 season tickets is only $14,000. Now, how happy do you think you'd be with those results by giving this plan a try?
It sounds like I'd be pretty happy.
That decision would be worth at least $125,000 in new business to you, and maybe up to $250,000 in new business. I can get this order in today and reserve you some prime seats in which I've actually already set aside for this occasion. So would you prefer the account in your name or the company's name?
Well, none of my clients are really baseball fans.
How do you mean?
Well, none of them ever talk about baseball. They all just talk about football.
That makes sense to think about your clients. Let's really think about this though. This program really is designed to get new business. You said earlier that our games would be an effective place to build relationships, right? Well, prospects might not be fans of our team, but most like to see the biggest stars of the league at some of our biggest and best sold out games. This works for getting new business and it will work for most of your clients.
Well, I'll just buy the good games on StubHub.
I can understand how easy it is to buy from StubHub. However, StubHub has some weaknesses for businesses, and I'll give you three of them. Number one, you can't really plan in advance with a controlled new business strategy. Number two, you never really know how much you'll pay for tickets, and more importantly, whether you can get decent seats. And number three, you also don't get access to the other features and benefits of being a ticket package buyer with the team. What is it that is really causing you to hesitate here?
Well, I'm afraid it costs too much. I'm not sure it's in the budget.
How do you mean?
Well, we've had a tough year and cut some budgets, so I have to be smart about our expenses.
I can understand that. Think about it this way. You said yourself that you thought you could generate $125,000 in new business for a pretty reasonable cost of $14,000. That sounds like a pretty smart move on your part. What is it here that is really causing you to hesitate?
You bring up a good point. Let's go ahead and do the deal.
Great. I think this decision is one that you will not regret.